Hey guys, Haley Jensen here from Cache Valley Crates, and I just want to thank you for being here. I know who's watching this message. I know you don't have a lot of time and it's very valuable, so I really do appreciate it. And I'm going to go as fast as I can and be as clear as I can so that we don't waste a second. But I'm really excited to share the message that I have with you today, and that is this: how this gift box, Cache Valley Crates, is part of a bigger strategy that can potentially save you, excuse me, a lot of time and money, while blessing the lives of a lot of other people that both you and I care about, which is awesome. And this is the problem that we're going to be addressing: staffing stress, which has been big. We've been dealing with it. I know everybody else I've talked to that's running a business or practice has been dealing with it. The pain is real. So I'm going to share with you some very simple tricks that are going to make all the difference. Okay, while we're here, we're going to talk about number one, the real reason behind why most people leave the job. Number two, a very simple 3-step solution to solving the problem, which could potentially cut your turnover rate in half. And number three, how Cache Valley Crates can help. Just a quick introduction. I'm Haley Jensen. This is my husband, Bob, and our 5 kids. We live out in Clarkston. We've been in the Valley for 23 years, and between us, we've built 3 businesses. My husband and his brother and sister-in-law have built Distinctive Landscape, and you probably see their trailers all over the valley. If you see 2 cute girls out weed whacking churches, that's my daughters. And I've attempted several businesses and succeeded at 2. And anyway, the reason I give you that introduction is because I just want you to understand where we're coming from. We get staffing stress, like getting people, a crew together of people who are willing to run a shovel and work very long hours in the hot sun all summer long is hard. It's really hard. Getting somebody who's willing to clean up dog poop in the middle of the night, that is really hard. So we get this. Especially if the past couple of years, this stress has been like almost to a breaking point. Bad. It's been bad. And so that's why I created Cache Valley Crates. I sold my previous business, and now I'm 100% committed and focused on helping you with one thing. That and this reason too. You and I both know we're headed into a recession. It's not going to get any better before it gets worse. And it's real. And there's also another factor that doesn't have anything to do with the recession or the pandemic. And you've probably heard of this too, because a lot of people are talking about it. But it's this: baby boomers are retiring at a faster rate than young people are entering the workforce. So the workforce is shrinking. So staffing shortages are not going to go away anytime soon. That's a real problem that we need to address. So rather than approach it with fear and complaining and doing what we've always done, it's time to look for new strategies and a new approach. And I think it's an opportunity to actually create something better than what we had before, which is awesome. Okay, Cache Valley Crates does one thing: we make your team happier, which makes them stay longer, all while blessing the lives of over 100 local entrepreneurs. When I made this, it was just barely over 100 vendors that we were working with. Since that time, people are jumping on daily. Pretty soon we're going to be topping 200. There are a lot of people jumping into this, and they're very excited, and some great things are happening. It's awesome. Okay, I just want you to quantify your turnover cost in your mind if you haven't already. I'm not going to read this for you. I'm going to let you read it on your own. I've been talking to a lot of businesses. Many know exactly how much their cost is. They know what their turnover rate percentage is, how many people they lose every year that have to be replaced, and they know how much it costs. But a lot don't. So I just want you to think about that. What is your percentage? And what does that cost you? And I just want to propose, what if I could propose a strategy to you that would cut that number in half? Or what if it didn't even cut it in half? What if I just saved one valuable person from leaving your company this year? What would that be worth to you? I just kind of want you to hold that number in your mind. Okay, and that's just the monetary side of it. That's not even mentioning the stress on you and others who have to pick up the slack when somebody leaves, and the pain is real. Like, I know that as well as you know it. We've had our entire family on mowers. I've done the middle of the night cleaning up dog poop thing for a long time. Just over and over again, we've had to deal with staffing shortages. Okay, and I also know what it feels like for you as the business owner, especially when it comes to managing relationships in the workplace. Like, you are carrying all the risk and the responsibility of the business or the practice. You're keeping it afloat. You're making the sacrifices. Like everybody else gets to clock in and clock out, and get a paycheck, but not you. And so I know what you're thinking. Like, I don't have time for one more thing. I don't have time to be thinking about how everybody feels. I have a lot to take care of and a lot to think about, and I have my clients to take care of. And so that's why we created this service, so that you could offload that onto somebody who has completely systematized it, taken care of it. We just touch in with you where we need to, and we're going to do this right. Okay, and here's what it comes down to. The two biggest factors affecting job satisfaction. A lot of times the first thing we think of is the money, but usually it's not the money. And this isn't just my ideas. This is study after study has boiled it down. What actually keeps people long-term and keeps them happy long-term? And what are the real reasons behind people leaving? And the number one factor is a feeling of being appreciated. And the number two factor is the quality of the relationships, both between coworkers and with supervisors. So if these are the biggest factors affecting job satisfaction, if these are the biggest factors causing people to leave, if we can create something that will address these two things in a really big way, that's valuable. Okay, here's how we do it. Here's a strategy. And this is not news to anybody. I know that we all understand that the foundational principles to taking care of relationships are appreciation, communication, and meeting core needs. We all know that, right? So the reason I'm here is because there's a right way to do it. And actually, very few people do it the right way. Very few people express appreciation in a way that actually makes somebody feel genuinely appreciated. And it's because we're under that rock. We're thinking about everything else that we signed up for, right? So here, I'm going to give you the strategies of how to do this right. That's going to make a disproportionately big impact and get a big return for you. Okay, number one, appreciation. I want you to take a second and think in your mind about a time that somebody showed appreciation, expressed appreciation to you in a way that had a big impact, that is like burned into your memory, something that you'll never forget. And I bet it had one, if not both of these factors. Number one, it was probably unexpected. And number two, it was probably very specific or personal. So here's what it comes to when we're talking about showing appreciation. There's a very specific psychology behind how this works. And we have already planned out, like, we have a calendar of all the national recognition days and weeks. Did you know there's a national recognition day or week for everybody? Everybody. Like, the first week of September is National Vascular Nurses Recognition Week. Did you know that? Like, there's one for everybody. The bank tellers, the nurses, the vet techs. There's something for everybody. And your people know that you are carrying the responsibility of the business. They don't expect you to recognize all of that, but they know it. Like, thanks to social media knows who they are and where they work, and is going to ensure that they know it's National Vascular Nurses Appreciation Week. So this is where I'm going to show you how to do it right. And it's going to kind of go against your intuition a little bit. And let me give you an example. I'm guessing what many of you thought, the first thing that you thought when you thought of Cache Valley Crates and how we could use this with our company is we can use this for our corporate Christmas gifts, right? And that's a great idea. It'll make a great Christmas gift, but it's not what your people want. What your people want is a Christmas bonus. And if you can afford to give a bonus and a gift, then by all means use Cache Valley Crates for your Christmas gifts, because they're going to be really unique. But what they really want is a bonus. And here's just a little tip. They want it in November, not in December, when they can actually have time to order things for their family and have it get here on time. If they're getting their Christmas bonus in December, then it's too late. They've already ordered everything. Anyway, that's just a little tip. It's beside the point. But here's what I'm getting at. The Christmas gift is very expected. It's almost obligatory. It comes every year. Everybody gets the same thing at the same time. It's nice. But it doesn't create the experience that they're going to remember. And so use that, just give them a Christmas bonus and use your gift credit for a time that they're not expecting. What you want to do is you want to completely catch them off guard. Okay, so if, for example, for the National Recognition Day, Vet Tech Appreciation Week or whatever, you can say, hey, thanks for all you do. That's nice, and they're going to like that. They're going to appreciate that, but it's very obviously obviously just kind of checking the relational box, right? It's not that meaningful. They'll probably forget about it the next day. What if instead on that day or that week, they got a personal gift, like a custom made industry specific gift, really unique gift with a card or a note of very specific appreciation? That is going to create an experience. That's going to catch them off guard. They're not expecting that. And that will make an impression and actually make them feel appreciated. And when I'm talking about specific appreciation for specific things, here's an example. Julie, thanks for being you. Your sense of humor keeps us all laughing, keeps things light, and really affects the mood in the office. We really appreciate that. Thank you for being you, Julie. Okay, that's a good example. Julie knows that she has a sense of humor that nobody else does. She knows she contributes something that nobody else does. Probably nobody ever acknowledges that. And that would mean the world to her if somebody just acknowledged that. Or what about something like this? Dave, we know that you're the only one that's been with us from the very beginning. And we know that you didn't have to do that you chose that loyalty. And we really appreciate your loyalty. Thank you, Dave, for being with us from the beginning. Okay, Dave knows that he's been with you from the beginning. He knows that he didn't have to, that he's had other opportunities, but he chose to stay with you. He would love just for that to be noticed and acknowledged. Do you see the difference of how doing it right makes a big, big difference? Okay. You can also use your gifts for all kinds of things. You can do get well gifts. We have specifically get well gifts. We work with local florists to do sympathy flowers. We've got new baby gifts. Thank you. Congratulations. You can use them for all kinds of things. And that's the thing is, you might think, okay, well, if I send it on National Nurses Thank You Day, Appreciation Day, whatever, every year, pretty soon it's not unexpected anymore. There's lots of excuses to send a surprise gift. Okay. If somebody's spouse had a serious illness, getting a company gift from you, a get well gift for the spouse, that really shows that you care. That really shows that you are aware of what is happening in their lives, and that's going to make a big impact. Okay. And there's one other thing to say about the specific praise. Acknowledging somebody's unique contribution only needs to happen once, and that's going to last a lifetime. They're never going to forget that. So it's not like you have to keep digging and digging and trying to say new, unique things every single time. We don't want it to sound contrived and disingenuous. You can just acknowledge the thing once, and then from then on you can say thanks for all you do or whatever. Obviously if you have something unique and genuine to say, then by all means say it, but they just want that acknowledged. Okay. The Cache Valley boxes, they're branded for you. They include a very specific message. We already said that. They're designed to create an experience more than just in the way that I've already talked about, but they are story-based, and I'm going to just let you explore that on your own. I'm not going to take time. And it's 100% Cache Valley source. That means that you or someone you know knows and cares about the people who made the things in this box. And I just want to give we all know that we should shop local and support each other, right? But I just want to give one little insight. If you've never made and sold things on your own from your home, here's the reality. It's hard and it's expensive. And when somebody actually supports you, like not your mom buying your stuff or your best friend, when somebody who has no connection to you actually spends their money on your things, it matters, and it can keep you afloat. That's the thing is, most of these people who are making things from their home don't sell enough to make it worth their time. They do it because they love it. They do it because they're passionate about it. And at some point it can, not always, but it can hit a burnout and they can get discouraged. So this is making a big difference. We're not placing small orders here. We're placing big orders. And we are supporting over 20 vendors every single month, because not only are we putting together the monthly box, the seasonal monthly box with 5 to 7 vendors in it, But each month we're sending out baby gifts with 5 to 7 other vendors, and get well gifts with more vendors, and industry specific custom gifts. Sympathy flowers. We even give dude gifts. And if you have dudes working for you, like, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Like, there's male and female versions of the gift box with the goodies in it. And then there's dudes who just don't want a box of goodies. They want the game tickets. They want the truck detail. That's what they want. So we've got something for everyone. Okay, that's enough about the gift box. Communication. How can Cache Valley Crates help you with communication and how to do this right? Okay, here's the catch-22 when it comes to communication in the workplace. Frustrations aren't expressed until they hit a breaking point. I'm going to say that one more time. Frustrations aren't expressed until they hit a breaking point. And here's why. Everybody knows that you are carrying that rock. They know that you carry the burden of the business, and they don't want to be a bother. They don't want to have the conversation. They don't want to be confrontational. And you may have asked, you may have said, how are things going? And are you enjoying your job? Whatever. You may have asked the questions, and you probably got the standard answers. It's great. I like it. Blah, 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 blah. But let me give you a scenario, and you tell me if this doesn't sound familiar, because it's happened to me multiple times, which means it's probably happened to you. Somebody who has been with you for years, who's very valuable, leaves. They give you their 2-week notice. And it just comes out of nowhere. Like, you thought they were happy, you'd been asking the questions and whatever, and you're devastated. And like, at that point, you're ready to bribe them back with whatever you have to do. But here's the thing. Once they have hit that point mentally that they're ready to break that tie, you're not getting them back. They're already gone in their mind. And so that's a kicker. So it is so critical to be aware of things while they're still small, while you can still do something about them and keep people around. So what we have is with every one gift credit, you get 2 touch point calls per year. And this is the one thing that I outsource out of the Valley. So there's a personal assistant I've hired. She doesn't even live in the state because this is confidential information. I don't need to be handling it. Nobody else in the Valley needs to be handling it. It's just between her. She'll type up a report and send a confidential report to you. And these touchpoint calls have very carefully crafted questions. It's a little survey that's going to get right at the heart of what's happening in your business. When we say, how are you doing? Then they say, fine. That doesn't give you any information. We know exactly what to ask. And this isn't going to feel like an interrogation or a finger pointing session. This is going to make them feel heard and understood. Like, they're going to be grateful that somebody asked, because they're going to have an opportunity to say the things that they've been wanting to say, but they can't. Or they don't want to. And so that's how we can help you with communication. And it's completely confidential. It's anonymous, so that they feel very safe opening up. And we're looking for gold mines and landmines. Okay, gold mines are extra effort that may be going unseen or unacknowledged. When somebody in your company is great, they appreciate your company, they respect your company, or you, they respect and they like and they appreciate you. Very often what they will do is little secret, they will serve you in little secret ways, just here and there, hoping that you'll pick up on that and feel of their little token of appreciation and gratitude and respect that they're giving. But that's not very fair to you, because they are just kind of under the radar and they're very quiet. And so it's kind of hard to notice those things. But here's the thing. And I know this because I've been on both sides of this scenario. When you are grateful for somebody and you're serving them very quietly in extra ways, and that never gets seen or noticed or acknowledged, it hurts. It really does hurt. So we're going to dig up these things and give you that information so you can call it out, so you can acknowledge it. And then we're also looking for landmines. I don't have to explain to you what landmines are. I think you know exactly what they are and how valuable it can be to know about them while they're still, before they've blown, right? Okay, here's another little side benefit of how communication, these touchpoint calls, can help you. And I'm not going to read through all of this. I'm going to let you read it, but it's just an industry average. Did you know this is an average? There are likely in every business little tiny inefficiencies and leaks and things that are happening that nobody even really recognizes is happening. And these questions may be able to dig something up that just a simple company policy can put an end to, and that could potentially save you a lot. Okay, that's the end of communication. Now let's talk about meeting core needs, what people really want. Okay, every single human on the planet has these same 6 basic needs, and you'll find multimillionaires who are very driven and very successful and done very well. And if they're missing one of these needs, they're miserable. And you'll find people poor as church mice who have these needs met very well and they're happy as can be. These things make the big difference in how happy and satisfied your people are. And if they're not being met, then the workplace is going to become a bit of a drudgery. Okay, they need connection. They need purpose or meaningfulness, variety, energy, and excitement. We all need growth, certainty, and contribution or significance. Okay, how can we help you with that? Our full service package includes weekly A-Team A-Game secrets. Okay, I have been curating little easy to implement strategies for addressing the 6 core human needs, the 6 core needs. And so I'll send those out in an email once a week. Just little tactics and strategies that you can use to address the core needs that will have a big impact. So you don't have to think about it. You don't have to go figure out how do we help our people see more purpose in what we're doing here, blah, 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 blah. We'll figure that out for you and we'll send it to you and then you can implement it however you want. Okay, we're almost done. What we've just covered. Number 1, the real reason behind why most people leave and what it's costing you. Probably had little to do with all the little superficial reasons they gave and a lot to do with how they felt. And you know what it's costing. The simple 3-step solution to the problem, which is show appreciation and how to do this right. Do it in unexpected and specific ways. And how to communicate right. It's got to be confidential. It's got to be anonymous. It's got to be consistent. And you've got to ask the right questions. And how to meet core needs. We're going to help you with that throughout the year. And obviously that's how Cache Valley Crates can help with all of it. We've already systemized it for you because of this. Let me ask you a question. What if this had no monetary benefit for you all at all? What if your team is already happy and loyal? That's awesome. Thank them. And I know you deserve it. And I know you're already thanking them. You're already taking care of the relational part of your business. Otherwise, they wouldn't be happy and loyal. But now you've got something really unique and local that you can thank them with. So even if that's all you did was give them a big token of appreciation, the team you depend on most, would it be worth it? Let me ask you this. What if all you were doing was supporting your friends and neighbors? Would it be worth it? And let me ask you this. Who else is this likely to benefit? If you are implementing little strategies to meet your staff's 6 core needs, don't you think your family has the same 6 core needs? Obviously they do. And obviously you can make that connection. But I just wanted to hit this point is this can really be beneficial in a lot of ways, and your customers are going to notice, and even the community notices it. Like the community notices the practices and the businesses that take care of their people, because they don't only take care of their team, but they take care of their customers the same way, and everybody feels it, and that's why they thrive and prosper. Okay, for the full service plan, here's everything. I'm just going to lay it out, what's involved. You get the 12 gift credits. You can use however you want. And we'll set it up and put it on autopilot for you. We'll set up a gifting plan. Just like I said, the gifting plan, hands-free. Set it up once. We'll take care of it year after year. We'll give you little calls and texts when we need information and to verify stuff. Custom branding for you. We'll put your logo and your name on the box, on the card inside. They know exactly who it's coming from. Personalized notes of appreciation, 24 touch point calls, and the confidential reports. You can take that information, do whatever you want with it. And the weekly A-Team A-Game secrets. And you're also supporting local entrepreneurs. What is that? If that just got one person to stay this year for you, what would that be worth to you? So this plan is only $12.97 a year. That will take care of all of that for you. And that's just your employees, which is what I have specifically designed this for, and it's where I think we can serve you best. But it can be used for all kinds of things. What about your prime clients? Who pays you tens of thousands of dollars a year or more for your services? And how loyal are they? What about your personal relationships? We all have those 4 to 6 people who every year it comes up again and again, like, what are we going to do for your mom's birthday? What about Mother's Day? Blah, 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 blah. Just have something thought of and planned out ahead of time that they get in the mail. It's going to be unique year after year. And then you can do the birthday call. Then you can take them out to dinner. You can do whatever on top of that. But you didn't miss the moment, right? So you can see the potential for that. So the gift credits only is $8.97 a year. And this is, I don't know, this may feel expensive, but this is not expensive. This is like 70 something dollars a box. That means we're paying the vendors. We can actually afford to provide this service for you and do a good job of it. So I'm not strapped and just scraping, trying to keep ahead of the game to keep providing this service for you. I want to provide this for a long time. So I'm charging just enough to make it worth it for me, to make it worth it for the vendors, to make it a really quality service for you. And as a bonus, this only comes with the full service package. It doesn't come with the gift credit only package, but we will give you a free auto detail or massage or spa treatment every year for every full service package that you buy, because this whole thing is designed for you to take care of everyone else. So somebody needs to take care of you. And it's not like, here's the thing with like gift certificates. I know you're under that rock, and I know what you do with gift certificates. You never ever use them. You're not going to schedule that. So we are even going to make sure that you use this. We're going to get it scheduled for you and make sure you get in and that you get taken care of once in a while, because you need it. Okay, so right now go to www.cashvalleycrates.com, and this is how you get signed up, and this is why it's important that you go right now. We are committed to serving you well, which means we're not going to take on any more clients than we can reasonably fulfill and do a good job of. So we're only taking on 10 new packages per month. And that's 10 new packages. It's not 10 new clients. Like some of the bigger businesses, they buy multiple packages. So jump on right now before there's not an availability, and there's no risk to you. Like, it's 100% satisfaction guarantee. Like, if tomorrow you talk to this business partner or the spouse, or you just decide now's not the time, or it's not the right thing, or I shouldn't have done that, just give me a call or a text. Just say, I need to cancel, I need the refund, and I'll get you taken care of. I'll get you your refund. There's no risk to get on and just save your spot. But if you don't, then by the time you get on, it might be gone. So here's how to do it. Click on the button, pick which type you want, and how many of each. And within 48 hours, we'll call you to schedule a welcome setup call to get that all set up. And we can either do it with you or a point of contact. You can set us up with a manager or something who has all that information, and we can get it set up with them. And then just save our contact number, or have your point of contact save our number, and just drop us a line whenever you need an unscheduled gift. You need to send the Get Well box or the sympathy flowers or whatever, and we will take care of it. Okay, I'm done. So I just want to leave you with one final thought. I promise you that if you walk away right now and you think, this is great, this is awesome, I'd love to support it, I'm going to think about it, whatever. You and I both know there's like a 90-something% chance you're not going to do it. Because what's going to happen is you're going to go back under that rock of responsibility and all the things you have to take care of and all the whatever you have to be thinking about all the time, and it's just not going to happen. And what's going to happen is you're going to miss out. The flowers that would have meant a lot to somebody at a really important time aren't going to get sent. The gift with the note inside that acknowledged extra effort that somebody has been giving, somebody's unique contribution that would have meant the world to them, it's not going to be sent. And you could lose somebody valuable. You're going to miss a moment that matters. I'm not trying to be just dramatic here. It probably is dramatic. I'm trying to sell, obviously, but you know that there's truth to this. So just get on right now, save your spot. If you need to change something, it's not hard to do. Just reach out and we'll help you get it changed. But I just want to give you one little final bonus as my token of appreciation to you for being here with me today and spending this time. I want you to write this website down, spotthestation.nasa.gov. what you're going to find is a map. Click on you, get into Cache Valley. I think it's number 2. Anyway, you'll find it, and then it'll pull up a schedule. And what you'll see is times that you can see the International Space Station going overhead in the night sky. It's the second brightest thing in the night sky, second only to the moon. It takes about 4 or 5 minutes for it to go completely across the sky. It's always staffed by 6 or 7 people from around the world. These people are screaming along at 17,500 miles an hour. That is like Mach 25. It's many, many, many times faster than any bullet we have. It's crazy. And you can look up all kinds of facts about it. You can look up the bios of the people that are on there and where they're from and all kinds of cool things. But this is what I want you to do. I want you to take some kids or a kid that you care about, whether you have your own kids or not. Everybody has kids that they love and care about. And I want you to plan this time when the skies are clear and you can see it go across the sky. And I want you to show them and tell them what they're seeing is 6 or 7 people from around the world who have worked their butts off to accomplish something that few people in the history of this planet have ever accomplished. And they achieved something really spectacular. And on that space station, there is a 360-degree bay view window. Right now, there's somebody sitting in that window, and they're seeing something. They're seeing things and experiencing things that you and I can't even comprehend. And that's really awesome. Okay, thanks for being with me. I appreciate it. I look forward to working with you. www.cachevalleycrates.com.